This is the Teton Sports Explorer 4000. It is a 65-liter internal frame pack made of 600D ripstop nylon and Oxford canvas, which means it is super durable. It has tons of pockets and straps for easy organization and can hold a ton of gear. It also has 2 large water bottle pockets or room for a 3-liter hydration bladder. It's also fully adjustable for different torso and waist sizes. It has an included rain cover and comes with Teton Sports lifetime warranty, all for just $90. I got this pack for free from Teton Sports, but they are not paying me for this review, and I made it clear before they sent me the pack that whether I love it or hate it, I would tell you exactly what I think about it. Now that I've tested it thoroughly, it is time for the review. Let's get into it. What's up, Dirt Junkies? My name is Jeff, and thank you for stopping by Dose of Dirt. Let's start with the things that I've come to love about the Teton Sports Explorer 4000 on my backpacking trips. One thing I love is all the different pockets. The organization is fantastic. There's not too many, but just the right amount. Let me show you. First of all, the sleeping bag compartment at the bottom, got 2 quilts in there, so that's pretty spacious. There is a piece of fabric here between the sleeping bag compartment and the main body of the backpack. There's also a zipper where you can unzip that compartment so it just turns into one big main compartment. See? I appreciate that you can do both with the Teton Sports Explorer. And it also has several pockets on the outside. I already mentioned the water bottle pockets. We'll talk about how big those are in a minute, but it also has one large pocket over here on the left side when you're wearing the pack, as well as 2 smaller separate pockets over here on the right side when you're wearing the pack. Each of these pockets has its own zipper. It's very easy to open and close, and it can fit a ton of gear. So whether you want to put snacks, your camp kitchen, or just things that you want to keep organized, these pockets work really well. And actually, I just realized before we move on from these side pockets, I should mention that they are what's called pass-through pockets. So if you have tent poles or trekking poles, something really long that you want to put in these water bottle pockets, on both sides, behind these pockets, you can actually slide something all the way through down to the water bottle pocket. This side as well. That's a pass-through pocket, and that's a pass-through pocket. But wait, there's more. It also has on top of the pack a brain that has the classic pocket right here. That's often where I'll put my electronics bag so I can quickly get to extra batteries or charge cords if I need to. But one pocket that might be my favorite is underneath the brain, right here, because that is a great place to put your wallet, keys, other things you want to make sure that you don't lose. When I start a backpacking trip, I will open this pocket, put my wallet and keys in here, and then never open it the rest of the trip to make sure that those things do not get lost. So I really like having that pocket underneath the brain where it's out of the way and I'm not going to lose whatever I put in there. The last thing I'll mention in the way of organization in pockets is the straps on the outside. There are a ton of straps on here to make sure that if you happen to have anything that can't fit on the inside of the pack, which is doubtful because of how big it is, you can easily strap it to the outside. There's one set of straps down here with nice sturdy buckles. I think you see a lot of people put a tent or maybe a Thermarest Z-Lite foam pad down here on the bottom. It's also got these buckles that buckle to the brain. You can easily put something in there. There's also some additional gear loops here where you can attach things, and it has an additional set of straps on the top. I will say when I got these, they were flipped the other way, which meant this long tail of the strap was hitting my shoulders. So I turned them around, and then although I didn't use the straps, they were out of the way and they were there in case I needed to attach something to the top of my pack. And the last thing I'll mention about the organization is the shoulder straps. And I was reminded, because I've got my super cool Hilltop Packs bear can holster right there, but you can really easily strap gear items on these shoulder straps, which is nice. I know a lot of people like to get a water bottle holder or a cell phone holder to go on these straps. I could also clip my Garmin InReach Mini right here. Just very easy to attach things to the shoulder straps. Tons of room on the inside, lots of organization with all the pockets, and tons of straps just in case you have to take a ton of gear and strap things to the outside. The next thing I'll mention is how well this pack carries weight. When I took this on its first backpacking trip, I loaded it up with gear. I took a 35-pound pack with water and food, and for me, that is a heavy pack. But I really wanted to see how well it could handle the weight, because when I take the dogs or the kids, sometimes I do have to handle that amount of weight. And some packs might be comfortable in the 20 to 30 pound range, but once you get over 30 pounds, they can become extremely uncomfortable. I can tell you that having carried a lot of 30 to 40 pound packs, this is the most comfortable backpack I have worn with that size of load. And it never even squeaked. I hate it when my backpack squeaks while I'm on a backpacking trip. Every single step you take, there's just a little In fact, I went back and found some video footage of my Osprey Ether 70 AG, which I like that pack, but it has a terrible squeak if it's loaded down with a lot of weight. This pack did not squeak and it was super comfortable. These shoulder straps have nice, thick but firm padding. And this waist belt is nice and wide and also has that nice, thick, firm padding. So both of those really make the pack comfortable even with heavy loads. And the other thing is how adjustable this pack is, which is another thing I really appreciate about the Teton Sports Explorer. Let me get these shoulder straps out of the way. You can see right here along the back panel, this is where you adjust it, and it is super easy. All you do is unvelcro this, and you can see that's a big strap that goes through those different sizes. You just pull that out, and then if I need it a little shorter, I just tuck it in through one additional loop. Fold that down, fold that back up, and then you've adjusted that for a shorter torso length. So it's nice and adjustable to get a perfect fit for whatever your torso size is. The waist belt is also extremely adjustable, which is nice because I need it a little bit bigger in the winter trips and a little bit smaller in the summer trips. But these waist belt pads are really long, which means even if your waist is a little bit bigger, you have good coverage with pads rather than using a lot of this thinner strap material around your waist. So I think that that adjustability really adds to why it carries weight so well. The other things to mention in that department is that it does have load lifters. You can see on both shoulder straps. I think those make a really big difference when talking about heavy loads on your backpack. And it also has this nice cushy padding along the back panel. This padding is a little bit softer than what's on the shoulder straps and the waist belt, but it's still a nice firm padding, but is going to give you some cushion for those heavy loads. The second to last thing that I'll mention is just how durable this pack is. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's made of a 600D ripstop nylon or canvas, so it is very thick, very durable. If you're using overgrown trails, brushing up against trees or rocks, this is going to last. It's not going to get an abrasion hole like Dyneema or other fabrics will. This is super durable, and I like that. I don't feel like I have to baby it. I feel like I can just drop it on the ground, lean it up against a tree. I don't have to worry that some little twig or branch or rock is going to wear a hole in this pack. It's super durable. And the last thing is the price. The Teton Sports Explorer is only $90, $89.99, whether you get it from Amazon or directly from Teton Sports. That is an incredible deal for this quality of backpack, especially with Teton Sports lifetime warranty. But it's not all rainbows and unicorns with the Teton Sports Explorer 4000. Some of these dislikes may come down to personal preference, but I've got to tell you some things that I didn't particularly love about this backpack. The first one being no hip belt pockets. I personally have really come to appreciate backpacks that have hip belt pockets. It's my go-to spot for putting snacks and other things I want to get to quickly. So the fact that this pack did not come with hip belt pockets was kind of a bummer to me. However, I ended up ordering this attachable hip belt pocket, and it's actually my favorite hip belt pocket that I've ever used on any backpack. And the second thing that I'll mention, since I've been converting to trekking pole tents and taking my trekking poles on more and more trips, I realized that there isn't really a great place to put your trekking poles when hiking where you can get to them quickly in case you want to use them for certain sections of your hike. Now, I do really like the pass-through pockets on either side. That means that you can easily put 1 or 2 trekking poles on either side of the backpack, but they're not very easy to get out. So no great place to put your trekking poles, and I noticed that if I put 2 on one side, there was not room in this water bottle pocket for a 1 liter smart water bottle, which is usually my go-to for hydration. But I was able to fit 1 trekking pole and a 1 liter smart water bottle on one side. I wish either of these water bottle holders were a little bit bigger to accommodate the trekking poles better, or that there was some dedicated spot on the pack. The third thing I didn't love about this pack is this mesh pocket. You might not have even noticed it as we were talking about it because this pocket is so small. Let me unbuckle these so you can see it better. This pocket is probably only 6 inches by 7 inches maybe, and this mesh is not stretchy. So I didn't put anything in this pocket until I had the pack completely loaded up, and then I wasn't able to squeeze anything in between the outside of the pack and this mesh other than my tiny thermodrop, which it was a good spot for that. I usually like to put my extra layers in this mesh pocket so they're easy to grab, but that was not an option on this pack. I ended up strapping my raincoat just to the outside underneath the strap, but I would have preferred to be able to shove it down into a pocket like this. So I wish this mesh pocket was either a little bit bigger or stretchy or both. A small thing that I do need to mention, because it is something that's annoying me about the pack, is these 2 toggles on this cord at the top of the large pocket. My first few uses, one of them seemed like it was failing and not holding tight against the pack when I cinched it down, but with further use, I've noticed that both of these toggles have lost their tension. They just don't hold any tension on the cord anymore, so I'm not even squeezing it, and I'm able to move it up and down the cord. I did ask Teton Sports if that was something that was covered under their lifetime warranty. They said that it absolutely was, that they could either send a new pack or send new toggles to replace these ones, but it is something that I'm just a little bit annoyed by. And the last thing that I'll mention is, while I really like these side pockets here, when I use a 1 liter or 1.5 liter smart water bottle on the side, it sticks up enough that it blocks some of these pockets, which means if you have the pocket loaded down, it's really hard to get your water bottle in and out. Or if you put your water bottle in first, then you aren't able to take full advantage of all of the storage space in these outside pockets. So those are the things that I did not love about the Teton Sports Explorer 4000, but with all those likes and dislikes, would I recommend this pack? Now, before I answer that question, let me just say right out of the gate, I do not care if you buy this pack. I don't get anything from Amazon or Teton Sports or anywhere else if you purchase this pack. My sole purpose in making this video and using this pack and doing this review is to hopefully help my fellow backpackers and hikers find quality gear at an affordable price. If we were buddies, and I'd like to assume that we are, would I tell you that this pack is a good buy? The answer to that question is absolutely yes. For $90, you cannot beat the value, durability, comfort of the Teton Sports Explorer 4000. And although I don't get anything if you purchase it, Teton Sports did offer to provide an exclusive discount code for those of you that watch the channel. So I'll put that down here on the screen below, as well as in the description below. If you do want to pick this backpack up, make sure you use that discount code so that you can get it for even less than $90. The discount code will only work for Teton Sports, but I will tell you they have fast, good shipping and a lot of other quality gear that you might want to check out while you're on their website. And the last thing I should mention is, if you're trying to build out your backpacking gear on a budget, the next thing you really need to think about is your sleep system. I've used a lot of sleeping bags, quilts, and pads, and I've created videos on my favorite ones. If you want to learn more about budget sleeping bags, check this video out. Budget sleeping quilts, check this video out. And budget sleeping pads, check this video out. If you want to subscribe, click my face right here. And remember, life is better with some dirt in it.